Good evening, beloved child of God. As the day closes its final chapter and the soft breath of the night drifts through your window, let your heart slow down from all it has carried. Every thought that tried to weigh you down, every plan that stretched your mind thin, and every conversation that left you uneasy, can now fall silent. For this is your sacred hour of rest, where heaven meets your weary soul, and the gentle voice of God whispers, "I am still here. Tonight we will walk together into peace that the world cannot give, and rest that no storm can steal." You are not here by accident. God has drawn you to this moment so you could be reminded that He never sleeps nor grows weary. He has been holding you from sunrise to sunset, through laughter and frustration, through clarity and confusion. The same God who began your morning now waits patiently to tuck your spirit into His arms. So, before the night deepens, before you drift into dreams, take a moment to breathe, a long, slow breath that tells your soul, "I am safe." You have done your part. Today, you have carried your responsibilities, fought your quiet battles, and shown up even when no one saw the effort it took. And now, you do not have to hold the weight of tomorrow. God asks for your surrender, not your perfection. He asks that you release the things beyond your control so He can do what only He can do, work in the silence of your rest. Every night holds a secret invitation to stop striving and start trusting. As darkness covers the sky, heaven's light becomes visible, reminding you that what looks hidden is still guided by His hand. The moon does not worry about its shine, nor do the stars fight for their place. They simply rest in obedience to the rhythm their Creator designed. You too were made for that peace, to rest in what He has already spoken over your life. There are burdens you were never meant to sleep beside, fears that have lingered too long, guilt that has overstayed its welcome, and thoughts that steal your peace before dawn ever comes. But tonight, we let them go. Lay them down at the feet of Jesus. Let His presence untangle every knot inside your chest. Before you close your eyes, know this: you are seen, you are loved, and you are not forgotten. You may feel restless, carrying what was never yours to carry, but tonight, God is whispering, "Lay it down, my child. I will fight for you while you rest." Hold on to that truth. Say it softly, "Lord, I give you my night." And if this prayer brings peace to your spirit, leave a comment below and write those words in faith. Share what you are trusting God to handle as you sleep, and let heaven meet you right where you are. Peace is not the absence of storms. It's the awareness that God is still in control within them. You do not need to solve what belongs to His timing. The night is not a punishment, but an invitation to be still. The Lord covers the hours you cannot watch over and protects the paths you cannot see. His angels move through the dark to stand guard around you, unseen but unfailing. Close your eyes and imagine His presence filling your room, a soft, sacred glow that wraps you like a warm blanket. The air feels lighter as your mind unclenches and your heart exhales. The worries of the world begin to dissolve, replaced by a stillness that only His Spirit can bring. Tonight you are not fighting, you are resting in victory. The Lord has already gone before you. Every whisper of wind through your window carries the reminder that God is near. You are surrounded by mercy, not by fear. You are covered by grace, not by shame. Every sound of the night is holy ground, the rhythm of divine watchfulness, the melody of heaven's calm. This moment belongs to peace, and peace belongs to you. Do not rush this stillness. Stay in it like a child who has finally come home. The world will wait. Your healing cannot not. This is where your strength begins, not in striving, but in surrender. For in God's presence, stillness is power, and rest becomes worship. Let Him quiet your racing thoughts until all that remains is trust. When you look back over this day, you may see places where you fell short, things left undone, words you wish you had spoken differently. But grace does not sleep. It stretches through every hour, filling the gaps where your strength ran out. God is not disappointed in your humanity. He delights in your return. So come home to his presence, even now. Let the night be a gentle teacher. It tells you that endings are not failures. They are simply pauses in God's rhythm of renewal. As the stars take their place, so too does your soul return to alignment with peace. The same God who governs the galaxies holds your heart without effort. There is no darkness too deep for his light to reach. You are not running out of time. You are resting in divine timing. The things that didn't happen today were not lost. They were postponed for purpose. Every unanswered prayer still echoes in heaven, waiting for its appointed hour. Tonight, let hope breathe again inside you. There is a holy silence between your last thought and your first dream, a space where God speaks softly, reminding you that all is well. You do not have to strain to hear him. He will meet you in the quiet, in the rhythm of your breath, in the calm beneath the covers. This is the language of rest, his voice disguised as peace. The night will not harm you, it will heal you. It is the womb of restoration, where angels whisper and hearts are repaired. Every sigh is a prayer, every tear is a seed. And when morning comes, it will rise from the soil of your surrender. Trust that God is already planting beauty in what you release tonight. As you prepare to drift into sleep, remember, faith does not end with the day. It deepens through the night. You do not need to understand how, only to believe that he is still working. Tomorrow will hold enough light for its own journey. But this hour belongs to stillness, to peace, to divine covering. Rest in that truth now. The Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you, even through the darkness. May his spirit surround your home like a fortress of quiet grace. Let no voice of fear speak louder than his love. Tonight, you are his completely, eternally, peacefully, his. Heavenly Father, as the night gently unfolds, I come before you with hands open and heart lifted. I release the noise of this world and step into your holy silence, where only your peace speaks. You have seen every step I took today, the ones steady in faith and the ones that trembled in fear. You know the tears that were hidden, the thoughts that were heavy, the prayers that were whispered when no one else was near. And tonight, I bring all of it to you, trusting that you are the God who restores, heals, and makes whole again. Lord, I thank you for the grace that carried me through this day, even in moments I did not recognize it. Your mercy followed me like a shadow, shielding me from harm and lifting me when I felt small. Though I may have stumbled, your compassion steadied me. Though my faith felt fragile, your love remained strong. And now, as I rest beneath your wings, I thank you for never letting go of me, not one. Father, as I prepare to rest, I surrender every burden into your hands. The things I could not fix, the words I could not take back, the plans that fell apart, they all belong to you now. I release my disappointments, my doubts, and my unmet expectations into your keeping. Teach me to rest, not because everything is perfect, but because you are still sovereign in the midst of it all. Tonight, I ask that you cleanse my heart from all heaviness, wash away the residue of the day, the irritation, the fatigue, the worry that clings too tightly. Let your spirit breathe peace into the corners of my soul that I often neglect. Let your love pour like oil over every wound that life has pressed against me. I don't need to carry what you've already promised to lift. I surrender my thoughts, Lord, every anxious pattern, every racing question, every unfinished prayer. I give you my mind so you may fill it with stillness and clarity. Let my dreams be touched by your presence, my rest wrapped in your goodness, and my night anchored in your promise. When I wake, let the first breath I take be praise, and the first thought I think be gratitude. For you alone make me dwell in safety. Holy Spirit, fill this space. Let your peace move like a gentle wind across every shadow. Enter the rooms of this home and mark them with your light. Silence every voice of fear, every whisper of confusion, every weight that tries to settle on my spirit. Let this night be consecrated, a sanctuary where your presence abides and your glory rests. Lord, I ask that you protect me and my loved ones as we sleep. Place angels at every doorway, around every window, over every bed. Let their wings guard against harm, their light pierce through darkness, and their strength sustain what my eyes cannot see. Cover this home in your holy presence, making it a dwelling of peace, where no evil may enter. For your word declares, he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. As I lie down tonight, Father, teach my soul the rhythm of surrender. Remind me that I am not the keeper of my own peace. You are. Every time I feel the need to control, whisper softly that you have already gone before me. Every time my mind drifts toward fear, lead it gently back to trust. Tonight I will rest, not because the world is quiet, but because you are my calm in its chaos. Forgive me, Lord, for the moments when I worried more than I prayed, for every time I leaned on my own understanding instead of your everlasting arms, for each moment I doubted your plan because I couldn't see the path. I release those moments now into your mercy. Thank you for loving me beyond my weakness and covering me even when I wander. Father, as I rest, speak to me through the stillness. Let every breath become a prayer, every heartbeat an offering of worship. Teach me to listen, not to the echoes of yesterday, but to the promise of tomorrow that you're already preparing. Let my dreams be filled with messages from heaven, whispers of reassurance that I am not alone. You are near, and that is enough. Tonight, Lord, I pray for those who cannot sleep, for the restless, the grieving, the fearful, the lonely. Stretch out your hand and comfort them where I cannot. Send your angels to sit beside the one crying quietly into their pillow. Let your peace become their blanket and your love their lullaby. Remind them that even in the midnight hour, you are still light. Protect every heart that calls on your name tonight. Cover the traveler far from home, the child afraid of the dark, the parent worrying about tomorrow, the elder longing for comfort. Let your peace hover like a dove over every household that turns its eyes toward heaven. You are the shepherd who neither slumbers nor sleeps. While we rest, you keep watch. Thank you, Father, for being near even when I cannot see you, for listening when I can't find the right words to pray, for knowing what I need before I even speak it aloud, for being the constant in every season, the healer in every wound, the anchor in every storm. Your love outlasts the day, and your mercy renews with every sunrise. As I settle into this quiet, I lift every concern to you, my future, my family, my health, my purpose. All of it belongs in your hands. Nothing I surrender to you is ever lost. Nothing I give in faith is ever wasted. You are the God who multiplies peace, and I trust you with the night ahead. If fear tries to return, let your word rise within me like a shield. I will lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Remind my spirit that protection is not the absence of danger, but the presence of divine covering. You surround me with favor like a fortress. You keep me hidden beneath the shadow of your wings. Every heartbeat tonight is a reminder that life itself is a gift from you. Every breath is a testimony that grace still flows. I will not waste this night in worry. I will rest in worship. I will not wrestle with the unknown. I will rest in trust. For the same God who watched over me today will keep me through the night. Lord, I choose peace over panic, faith over fear, surrender over striving. I choose to rest, not because I have everything figured out, but because you hold everything in your perfect wisdom. I choose to trust your timing, even when my own feels impatient. I choose to lay my head down, knowing that I am surrounded by divine love, and in that love I find perfect rest. Father, I thank you for the unseen battles you have already won on my behalf. Thank you for rebuking the storms before they reached my door. Thank you for the angels who walk the night patrols and the Holy Spirit who fills my dreams with hope. Thank you for being the keeper of my soul and the guardian of my peace. You are the reason I can close my eyes without fear. In your presence, Lord, every night becomes holy. Every breath becomes worship. Every sigh becomes prayer. Let my spirit linger in this stillness, knowing that you are near and all is well. My heart rests in the truth that nothing can separate me from your love, not darkness, not distance, not even my own doubts. Lord, as the night deepens and the world around me falls into silence, I rest in the awareness that you are here. Every flicker of candlelight, every whisper of the wind outside, feels like a reminder of your nearness. You do not leave when the lights go out. You illuminate what cannot be seen. You cover my vulnerabilities with your strength, my fear with your faithfulness, and my weariness with your renewing spirit. In you I find the stillness that my heart has been longing for all day. Your presence is not a feeling that fades. It is a truth that abides. Even when my emotions waver, your word remains steadfast like an anchor holding me secure in dark waters. When my thoughts wander into uncertainty, you draw them back into peace. When my spirit trembles at the unknown, your hand steadies it with eternal calm. I can rest tonight because you are unshakable, even when I am not. Lord, I give you my emotions. Every sadness, frustration, disappointment, and fear. I give you my exhaustion that no sleep alone can cure. Let your peace travel through my bloodstream like light, restoring what stress has broken and healing what anxiety has strained. Let your spirit whisper over me like a lullaby that quiets all unrest. Tonight, I ask not for escape, but for presence, not for perfection, but for peace. Father, sometimes it feels as if the world moves too fast for my soul to keep up. Yet you are patient, never rushing me beyond what grace can carry. You remind me that life's pace is not a measure of worth, and rest is not weakness. It is worship. Teach me to slow down until my heartbeat syncs with yours. In this rhythm of divine rest, may I rediscover what it means to be fully alive in you. When fear tries to whisper that tomorrow will bring trouble, I remind my heart that you are already in tomorrow waiting for me. You have gone before the sunrise, preparing goodness in advance for my steps. What I dread is already conquered. What I fear is already resolved. What I cannot see is already under your command. Nothing that comes can surprise you. Nothing can overthrow your plan. So I breathe in trust and I breathe out worry. Your word says in Psalm 27:2 that you give sleep to those you love. Tonight, I rest in that promise. As one of your beloved, the hours ahead are not wasted. They are holy moments of restoration, designed by your love. While I sleep, you are at work, arranging what my hands could not fix, healing what my heart could not mend. You turn rest into renewal and silence into strength. Lord, I lift my family before you now. Protect them under the same mercy that shields me. Let every room in this home be saturated with peace. No shadow of fear, no spirit of unrest. Place angels near every soul I love, keeping them safe from harm, accident, or unseen evil. Let your glory rest upon us like a soft morning mist that settles and never leaves. I thank you for your presence that fills even the smallest corners of my life. You are in the sound of quiet, in the pause between breaths, in the comfort that comes when I stop striving. Your peace does not depend on circumstances. It flows from your heart, straight into mine. You are the still water that restores my soul. You are the gentle shepherd who leads me through the night without fear. Even as I rest, Lord, I know you are moving. You are rewriting stories I thought were finished, redeeming what I believed was lost, and turning ashes into beauty beyond my understanding. Your timing is not delayed. It is divine. You do not rush, yet you are never late. Teach me to rest with the confidence that your promises are unfolding perfectly, even in the dark. Father, I release to you the people who have hurt me, not to approve what they did, but to free my heart from bitterness. I cannot rest if I hold on to resentment, so I choose forgiveness, Even when my emotions resist it, I choose to bless those who cursed me and to pray for those who misunderstood me. Tonight, I choose love, for love sets me free. I also forgive myself, Lord, for every wrong choice, every harsh word, every time I fell short of who you created me to be. I will no longer carry shame to bed with me like a heavy stone. Your mercy renews me. Your grace redefines me. I am not who I was. I am who you are shaping me to become. Let this night be a baptism of peace. Let every breath be cleansing, every heartbeat an act of worship. Let my dreams become encounters with your goodness, where fear has no language and doubt has no voice. May angels write new beginnings upon my rest, and when I wake, may I carry heaven's calm into tomorrow. You are the author of my story, and I trust you with every unwritten page. I no longer demand answers before I can rest. I no longer chase closure to find peace. I simply surrender because your will is always kinder than my plans. And even when I don't understand, I choose to trust that you are still good. Thank you for teaching me that surrender is not giving up. It is giving over. It is placing my heart in your hands and believing you will hold it gently. It is trading control for comfort, fear for faith, and striving for stillness. It is saying, not my will, but yours, Lord, and finding freedom in that holy confession. Tonight, I rest in that truth. When my mind begins to wander, bring me back to you. When thoughts of tomorrow try to invade this peace, remind me that this moment is sacred. You are in this room, closer than my breath, softer than the air around me. I will not rush this communion with you. I will linger here, safe and still. Your presence, Lord, is my resting place. It is the pillow for my thoughts, the blanket for my fears, the warmth that keeps my faith alive. I do not need to see the path ahead to know that I am secure. You have written my days and guarded my nights. Therefore, my soul will not fear the darkness. I declare tonight that peace is my portion, rest is my inheritance, and safety is my song. I am not abandoned, I am beloved. I am not unprotected, I am covered by glory. I am not uncertain, I am guided by grace. And as I lay here beneath your presence, I know all is well. Lord, let this night echo with your promises. Let heaven record my surrender and mark it with your seal of peace. Let angels carry my prayers as incense before your throne. Let my sleep become worship, my dreams become communion, and my rest become renewal. For in you, every night becomes a doorway into new light. Lord, as the hours grow quieter and the night thickens around me, I lift my heart once again into your hands. You are the light that does not fade, the watchman who never sleeps, the gentle whisper in the darkness that reminds me I am not alone. Even when the world around me fades into silence, your love hums softly through every moment. I rest in the certainty that you are here, weaving peace through the threads of my thoughts. Your presence transforms this darkness into a sanctuary. Every sound outside becomes part of your holy orchestra, the rustling of the trees, the rhythm of the wind, the pulse of distant life still moving under your gaze. Creation never sleeps, and neither does your care. Even when I am still, you are sustaining every heartbeat within me. You guard my breath as I rest, watching over me as a mother watches over her child. Nothing escapes your eyes, not even my silent sighs. Father, I thank you that your peace does not depend on my understanding. Even when I cannot see what you are doing good. You are aligning pieces I don't even know are missing. You are repairing what I thought was beyond repair. You are restoring what I had quietly buried in disappointment. There are things I don't have answers for, and yet I trust you. There are prayers still waiting for replies, and yet I will keep believing. You do not measure my worth by outcomes, but by my willingness to rest in your will. You are God even when the silence lingers, even when the waiting feels long, even when the night feels endless. And I know that dawn always comes no matter how dark the hours before it. Lord, teach me to release my need to control. My heart often wrestles with surrender because it confuses peace with passivity, but you remind me that rest is faith in motion. Every time I choose to release what I cannot carry, I am declaring that you are greater than my fear. Every time I choose peace over panic, I am worshiping you without words. Tonight, my worship is my willingness to let you be God. I know, Lord, that my peace will not come from having all the answers, but from trusting the one who holds them. You have written a story for my life that no one else can alter. Even when I walked through valleys of shadow, your rod and staff guided me home. You corrected me when I wandered and comforted me when I wept. I see now that every step, even the painful ones, were covered in grace. As I lie here in this stillness, I feel the soft pulse of your spirit in the room. It moves like invisible light, cleansing the atmosphere, pushing back every dark thought that tries to creep in. The air feels lighter because you are here. The weight in my chest loosens because your presence holds me. Every breath I take now is a hymn of gratitude to the one who never lets me fall. Lord, cover my dreams tonight with your peace. Let no fear take shape, no anxiety find voice, no shadow linger too long. Let my imagination be sanctified, turning my rest into a holy conversation with heaven. Let angels walk through my thoughts like guardians of light. Let every vision be a whisper from you, reminding me of your promises yet to come. I trust you with the hours I will never see, the moments that pass while I sleep, the unseen realm where your angels move on my behalf. You are working even when I am unaware. You are orchestrating divine alignment while I rest under your wings. What feels silent to me is sacred activity in heaven, and that truth alone is enough for my soul to find rest. When the world forgets me, you remember. When people overlook me, you see. When I lose my way, you guide. When I lose strength, you lift. There is no version of my life where you are absent. There is no moment too small for your hand to touch. Father, I thank you for being the keeper of my heart. You know what words never reach my lips. You understand what I cannot articulate in prayer. You interpret my tears as worship and my sighs as surrender. In your presence, nothing is wasted, not even the nights of silence. Let this night become a river of peace flowing through my home. Let every room echo with the soft rhythm of your protection. Let your spirit linger over my loved ones. As they rest, may your light shine softly in every heart that belongs to you. Let the night be filled with holy calm that no shadow can disturb. I remember, Lord, the promise of Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Tonight, I abide in that shadow, not hiding from the world, but hiding in you. Your shadow is not darkness, it is divine covering. It is the place where nothing can touch me unless you allow it. It is the place where peace becomes my armor. You are my refuge when the world feels uncertain. You are my anchor when emotions pull me adrift. You are my fortress when fear tries to breach the walls of my faith. You are my healer when life has left me aching. You are my rest when nothing else can soothe my spirit. Tonight, I lay down not as one defeated, but as one delivered. I lay down as a child confident in her father's arms. I do not fight for sleep. I receive it as a promise kept. I do not wrestle with what-ifs. I rest in what is. You are good, you are faithful, you are near. My peace is not borrowed, it is born from trust. Let the stars outside remind me of your vastness. Let the moon's quiet light remind me that you govern even the night. Let the soft wind against the window remind me that creation itself breathes your name. I am surrounded by evidence of your care. I am held by the same hands that hold the universe in balance. And as I drift deeper into rest, I whisper one more prayer, not for blessings, not for signs, but for nearness. I do not ask for anything more than you, because if I have your presence, I lack nothing. And if I have your peace, I have everything.
In you,
I find my home, my rest, my eternal calm. Lord, tonight I surrender the weight of all that I cannot understand. I bring you every unanswered question, every unresolved emotion, every open door that feels too heavy to walk through. I trust that even the confusion of my life is still under your divine supervision. You do not waste my waiting seasons, you sanctify them with purpose. I may not yet see, and so I choose to rest in mystery, knowing that even in silence, you are still speaking. There are moments, Lord, when the night feels longer than it should, when peace feels delayed, and answers seem distant. Yet even in those moments, I know your love has not diminished. You are teaching me to rely not on sight, but on faith that grows in the unseen. You are preparing my heart to trust you beyond the visible horizon, for faith is not comfort. It is confidence that you are who you say you are, even in the dark. I thank you, Lord, for the quiet power that comes from resting in you. While the world seeks control, you teach me the wisdom of release. While others chase certainty, you invite me into surrender. The beauty of peace is not in having everything figured out, but in knowing that you are in control of everything. Tonight I rest in that divine simplicity. Every trial I face today is now beneath your throne. Every word spoken against me dissolves in your truth. Every fear that tried to whisper is silenced by the sound of your faithfulness. You fight battles that I will never even know existed, and you win them without me lifting a finger. My safety is not in my strength, it is in your sovereignty. You are the God who does not fail. Generations have risen and fallen, yet your promises stand unshaken. Kings have lost crowns, nations have shifted, and seasons have changed, but your faithfulness endures forever. What you have spoken over me cannot be revoked. What you have promised will not return void, for your word is my shield in the night. Lord, I thank you for your angels who move like unseen soldiers through the shadows. They surround me when I sleep, encamping around those who fear you. They wage silent wars against the darkness, ensuring that no weapon formed against me prospers. I rest in the assurance that heaven has not forgotten my name. My safety is not chance, it is covenant. You, Lord, are my refuge and my portion. You are my everlasting comfort when I feel undone. You are the still voice that brings calm to my chaos. When I lie down, I do not fall into emptiness. I fall into grace. Every night I surrender is an altar where your peace descends like fire upon my soul. I know, Lord, that what I surrender tonight will bloom in tomorrow's daylight. Every fear laid down becomes soil for faith. Every tear becomes a seed for joy. Every silence becomes a song of renewal. What I entrust to you multiplies in unseen beauty. Your word says, "Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." And so, I wait, not anxiously, but faithfully. I wait with expectation, not exhaustion. I wait with gratitude, not fear. I wait because I know you are not just preparing my lessons, you are preparing me to receive them. When I am weak, you become strength. When I am restless, you become stillness. When I am broken, you become the healing I didn't know I needed. You fill the spaces where I have felt empty, and you turn the emptiness into encounter. In you, nothing missing stays missing for long. Lord, I ask that you renew my spirit as I sleep. Let my body be restored, my mind be refreshed, and my heart be rewired for joy. Take away the heaviness that came from worry and replace it with wonder. Take away the fatigue of striving and replace it with faith that feels light. Let the night be a holy exchange between human limitation and divine abundance. I thank you for being a God who meets me in the middle of my humanity. You do not demand perfection before you pour peace. You do not wait for worthiness before you offer rest. You bless me not because I am flawless, but because I am yours, and that truth alone quiets every voice of condemnation. Tonight I choose forgiveness again, even for the wounds that still ache. I choose to release the people who may never apologize, because I trust that you are my vindicator. I choose peace over resentment, because bitterness has no place in the presence of love. I choose mercy, not because it is easy, but because it is holy. Lord, make my heart a place where grace feels at home. Thank you for the small miracles that happened today, the unseen mercies, the quiet protections, the moments that went unnoticed, but were divine. Thank you for holding me when I didn't even realize I needed holding. Thank you for not letting my mistakes define me, but for using them to refine me. Thank you for every breath that brought me to this night. Gratitude will be my lullaby as I close my eyes. Your presence fills this room like a warm blanket of light. Every corner feels sacred. Every silence feels alive. You are closer than my next breath, and your peace is thicker than the air I breathe. My soul recognizes you even when my thoughts are scattered. You are my home, my safety, my everlasting calm. As I lie here, I realize that trust is not an event, but a lifestyle. It is built through every night I surrender and every morning I rise in faith. It is shaped by every storm I survived and every prayer you answered differently than I expected. You are the teacher who never stops shaping the student, and I am learning that rest is one of your greatest lessons. So I rest now, not in ignorance, but in intimacy. I rest not because I am unaware, but because I am unafraid. I rest knowing that you are already standing guard over what concerns me. I rest knowing that you are both the beginning and the end of every story I live. I rest in the truth that peace is not a dream, but a promise fulfilled in your presence. Lord, I thank you that your love is the kind that doesn't fade when the night grows long. When the world grows quiet and thoughts grow loud, you remain constant, whispering peace into the chaos of my mind. You remind me that I am not my mistakes, I am not my fears, and I am not my failures. I am the one you chose, the one you redeemed, the one you continually hold close, and that truth becomes my comfort as I close my eyes tonight. Your love, Lord, is not fragile. It is fierce and unchanging. It pursues me through valleys, through doubts, and through every dark season that tries to swallow light. It meets me in places where no one else can reach. It lifts me from the weight of self-condemnation and replaces my sorrow with purpose. You are not distant from my pain. You are dwelling within it, turning it into healing. Even when I cannot feel you, you are working. In the silence where my prayers seem unanswered, you are shaping miracles. In the waiting that tests my faith, you are strengthening what I cannot yet see. In the tears I hide, you are writing testimony. You turn every sigh into seed, every ache into awakening, every pause into preparation. Father, tonight I rest not because I have everything I want, but because I have everything I need in you. You are my source, my sustainer, and my shelter. You are the peace that surpasses understanding, the joy that outlasts circumstances, and the hope that endures all things. My life is not falling apart. It is falling into place according to your design. And even in uncertainty I can sleep, because your plan is perfect. When my mind replays moments I wish I could change, remind me that grace has already covered them. When guilt tries to haunt me, let mercy speak louder. When fear whispers that I am alone, let your truth drown out its voice. Your forgiveness does not have an expiration date. It reaches even the parts of me I haven't yet learned to forgive. Lord, renew my strength from within. Let every cell, every thought, every emotion align with your peace. Let your spirit wash over me like soft rain that cleanses and restores. Remove all fatigue that has settled in my bones from striving too long. Replace it with supernatural rest that only your presence can bring. You are my still water, the calm that restores my soul. You are the shepherd who leads me through shadows into safety. Even when life feels uncertain, I know your rod and staff are guiding me. I will not fear the darkness, because you have lit it from within. Your presence turns the unknown into holy ground. Father, I bring to you every hidden wound that has lingered too long, The disappointments I didn't speak about, the rejections I pretended didn't hurt, the betrayals I still replay when I'm alone. Heal them, Lord, in ways no human hand can reach. Let your love touch the places I've hidden from even myself. Teach me to release the illusion of control. I don't need to predict tomorrow when I can trust the one who holds it. I don't need to understand every outcome when I know the heart that authors them. I don't need to fix what you are already mending in silence. I only need to rest, because rest is proof that I believe you're still on the throne. Lord, I thank you for every night you've watched over me before this one. There were storms that never reached me because you stood in their way. There were dangers I never saw because you intervened before I even knew to ask. There were tears you caught before they hit the ground. You have been my unseen defender and my constant deliverer. Let this night be a new covenant between my soul and your peace. Let my dreams be filled with reminders of your promises. Let angels walk through this house, marking it with your presence. Let every corner of this room glow with the quiet safety of heaven's light. Let my sleep become a dwelling place of divine encounter. Father, even in my stillness, teach me to worship. Every inhale is gratitude. Every exhale is surrender. Every heartbeat is a declaration that you are faithful. Let my body rest, but let my spirit remain awake in communion with you. Meet me in the quiet places of my soul, where words end and your whisper begins. I want to know you even in the silence. I thank you that you never turn away from my weakness. You do not grow tired of my prayers. Even when I repeat the same cry night after night, you meet me in the repetition, in the longing, in the ache that words cannot express. You hold space for my humanity while calling me into holiness. That kind of love leaves me in awe. When I wake, let my first thought not be of worry, but of wonder. Let me rise with gratitude, not complaint. Let me step into the new day carrying the peace I received in the night. You are already there, waiting with fresh mercy and renewed purpose. I will not wake in fear, but in faith. Lord, I pray for those who cannot rest tonight, those lying awake in pain, grief, or anxiety. Surround them with the same peace you've given me. Whisper hope into their hearts until the weight they carry begins to lift. Let them feel your presence, even in their loneliness. Let this prayer reach them like a wave of divine comfort. Your presence, Lord, is the only medicine my soul will ever need. No distraction can heal what you can restore. No human touch can mend what you knit together in my sleep. You are the great physician of hearts, the healer of minds, the mender of what time alone cannot fix. And so I yield myself to your gentle care. As the world sleeps and heaven watches, I rest in the truth that you never stop being God. You never stop loving, never stop forgiving, never stop covering your children with compassion. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. Every night you prove that peace is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of you. And tonight you are here. Father, as the night stretches across the earth, I thank you for being the light that cannot be extinguished. The world may fall silent, but your promises continue to speak. The stars above me are not just distant lights, they are reminders of your covenant that still stands. Every sparkle in the sky whispers that you have never failed, and you never will. The night itself is proof that darkness cannot win against your design. Lord, I rest in the safety of your shadow, knowing that nothing can touch me unless you allow it for my good. You are the wall of fire around me, the shield that guards my peace, the fortress where I find my refuge. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, because your word declares it and your angels enforce it. I sleep under divine protection, covered by the blood of the Lamb and surrounded by heavenly guardians. My body may rest, but my spirit remains hidden inside your care. You are the God who keeps watch, even when I cannot. You see what moves in secret. You intercept what is unseen. You dismantle every scheme meant for harm before it reaches my door. You silence voices that speak against my destiny and erase plans made in darkness. Nothing escapes the sight of the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps. I trust, Lord, that even my dreams are safe in your hands. You can turn them into visions of peace, reminders of your calling, or messages of comfort to my heart. You can use the quiet of the night to write hope into the hidden corners of my soul. You can whisper direction into the language of symbols and stillness. There is no limit to how you speak when I am willing to rest and listen. Father, tonight I renounce every fear that has tried to follow me into sleep. I let go of every anxious thought, every imagined scenario, every what if that steals my calm. I declare that fear is not my inheritance. Peace is. I declare that confusion is not my portion. Clarity, I declare that I am surrounded by the peace that surpasses all understanding, and that it guards both my heart and my mind in Christ Jesus. Lord, your word says, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on you. Tonight I fix my thoughts on you, not on my problems, not on tomorrow, not on what might go wrong. My heart turns toward you as a flower turns toward the sun. Even in the dark I seek your face, and the light of your presence becomes enough to quiet every storm inside me. You are my deliverer, rescuing me from things I didn't even know I needed saving from. You have been the reason every trial did not break me. You have been the unseen strength behind every step that brought me here. When I should have fallen apart, you held me together with grace. I am the proof that mercy wins. I thank you for the invisible miracles, the ones I may never recognize until eternity. The closed doors that saved me, the delays that protected me, the detours that led me into destiny. You were writing stories of redemption in moments that looked like endings. You were answering prayers in ways that felt like silence. You were shaping me through the very things I once prayed away. Every breath I take tonight is an act of faith, proof that you are not done with me. Every heartbeat is a reminder that my purpose still stands. Every hour that passes brings me closer to the unfolding of your plan. I am not behind schedule. I am in divine timing. You never rush what you are perfecting through patience. When I think of all you've done, gratitude overwhelms me. You lifted me when I was low, forgave me when I was lost, and loved me when I was unlovable. You carried me through seasons I thought would destroy me. You turned pain into preparation and weakness into witness. I owe you every breath, every blessing, every beat of my heart. Let my rest tonight be a hymn of thanksgiving. Let every breath be worship. Let every moment of sleep be an offering laid upon your altar. Let my rest declare that I trust you completely, for true faith is not proven in the noise of praise, but in the quiet of surrender. Lord, I place my loved ones into your care again. Cover them as you cover me, with peace, with mercy, with invisible strength. Let no harm come near their dwelling. Let no sickness, no fear, no distraction steal their rest. Surround them with angels, and fill their hearts with comfort that cannot be shaken. You, Lord, are the keeper of promises. Every prophecy you've spoken over my life still breathes. Every word you've declared still carries the power to manifest. Time cannot weaken what heaven has ordained. Delay does not mean denial. It means divine preparation. Father, teach me to wait without worry. Teach me to rest without resistance. Teach me to trust without tension. The more I let go, the lighter my spirit becomes. And in that lightness, I find the strength that striving could never give me. You are rewriting my story even while I sleep. What the enemy meant for harm, you are already turning for good. What I thought was over, you are resurrecting with new meaning. You do not abandon unfinished work. You complete it with excellence. Every hour of rest is another chapter. You're quietly restoring. Tonight, I release the need to know what comes next. I rest in the truth that you are already there, preparing blessings that will arrive right on time. I refuse to fear what hasn't happened yet, because you stand between me and every unknown. I don't need to see the road when I can feel the hand of the one who guides me. and that assurance is enough for peace to take root in my soul. Lord, my life is yours. Every breath, every step, every tomorrow, I give you my thoughts, my dreams, and even my sleep. I rest in you, my fortress and my friend. I lie down knowing I am surrounded by favor that will last through the night and rise with me at dawn. In the quiet of this moment, all is well, because you are here. Lord, as I lie beneath the stillness of this night, I open my heart to the gentle rhythm of your presence. I feel the world fading into quiet, and I sense that you are near, closer than the air I breathe. Every thought, every worry, every unspoken fear begins to unravel in your light. You are the keeper of my peace, the guardian of my breath, and the reason I can close my eyes without fear. You are the stillness that restores, the silence that heals, the love that never ends. Father, I thank you that rest is not just the absence of work, but the presence of your grace. You command the body to sleep, but you invite the soul to worship. In the hush of the night, you whisper truths that cannot be heard in the noise of day. You renew my strength, not through striving, but through surrender. You teach me that stillness is the most powerful act of faith. Your spirit moves through this room like a soft wind, unseen yet undeniable. It gathers the fragments of my weary heart and weaves them back into wholeness. It brings warmth to the cold corners of my soul and light to the hidden places I've long ignored. You do not rush my healing, you restore me in rhythm with your mercy. Tonight, I yield completely to your gentle hand. Every ache of this day begins to melt beneath the weight of your love. You have carried me through storms that I did not understand, but that were necessary for my growth. You have allowed pain not to punish, but to purify. You have taken brokenness and turned it into beauty. You have proven, again and again, that no suffering is wasted in the life of one who trusts you. Lord, I release to you every fear that lingers at the edge of my thoughts, the ones that speak in whispers, saying I am not enough, not ready, not worthy. I silence them now in the name of Jesus. My worth is not determined by achievement, but by belonging, and I belong to you. I am covered by grace, washed by mercy, and loved without condition. You are my safe place, my eternal dwelling, my hiding place from every storm. You are the calm within chaos, the anchor in the wind, the refuge when the world feels too heavy to hold. In you I find the courage to let go of the day and rest. In you I remember that I am never without hope. In you I discover again that peace is not lost. It has simply been waiting for me to come home. Father, I lift my heart to you like a child reaching for their parents' embrace. I do not need to speak perfectly to be heard. You already understand the language of my soul. You translate tears into prayer and sighs into songs of faith. You see the smallest flicker of belief and turn it into a flame of renewal. You are patient with me in ways the world never has been. Tonight, I choose to trust that everything unfolding in my life is part of something sacred. The detours, the pauses, the closed doors, all of them are part of your divine choreography. What I call delay, you call development. What I call silence, you call sanctification. And so I rest, not because I see the whole picture, but because I know the artist. You are the same God who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, who opened the sea for Moses, who whispered hope into Elijah's despair. You are not a God of yesterday only. You are here in the very air that fills this room. You are doing for me what I cannot yet perceive. You are fighting unseen battles, rearranging unseen details, and preparing unseen blessings. I need only to stay still long enough to let you move. Thank you for teaching me that rest is holy. Thank you for showing me that surrender is strength. Thank you for proving that peace does not require perfect circumstances, only a willing heart. Thank you for being faithful even when I falter. Thank you for loving me, not for what I do, but for who I am in you. Lord, I surrender the weight of tomorrow's unknowns. The appointments, the expectations, the possibilities, and the pressures, I place them all in your hands. I cannot carry what belongs to you. I will not borrow worry from a day that hasn't yet dawned. I choose instead to borrow peace from your eternal presence. Let my dreams tonight be filled with visions of restoration. Let them reveal what my waking mind cannot yet comprehend. Let them carry symbols of your promises, glimpses of what is to come. Let my subconscious rest in divine alignment. Let every hour of my sleep be sanctified by your Spirit. You are healing me in ways I do not yet feel. You are untangling knots that took years to form. You are rebuilding confidence that fear once dismantled. You are softening my heart where bitterness once hid. You are rewriting my story from endings into new beginnings. The night, Lord, is not my enemy. It is my invitation. It invites me to stop striving, to stop performing, to stop pretending. It invites me to return to stillness, where you speak with clarity and compassion. It invites me to remember that I am a child, not a soldier, and you, my Father, never asked me to fight alone. You hold the timeline of my life like an artist holds a brush. Every delay, every silence, every moment of waiting is a stroke of divine precision. You are painting something eternal with my temporary circumstances. You are blending shades of grace and light I cannot yet perceive. When you are finished, it will be perfect, just like everything you create. Lord, as I sink deeper into rest, let my heart know that I am safe. Safe from harm, safe from fear, safe from the weight of expectation. Your angels encamp around me, and your Spirit watches through the night. You are the stillness in the room, the warmth in the air, the peace in my chest. I have nothing to fear, for I am fully known and fully loved. And so I rest, Father, not in exhaustion, but in expectation. I rest knowing that when I wake, mercy will greet me like the dawn. I rest knowing that you are not finished, writing miracles into my story. I rest knowing that even now, heaven is working on my behalf. I rest because you are God, and that alone is enough. Lord, as the night deepens and silence wraps around me like a gentle cloak, I remember that your timing is never wrong. You move in ways I cannot predict, yet you are never late. The clock of heaven ticks to rhythms beyond human understanding. What feels delayed to me is perfectly aligned to your purpose, and in that truth, I find rest for my anxious soul. You are teaching me, Father, that trust is not built in moments of clarity, but in seasons of waiting. It is in the silence that faith learns to breathe. It is in the uncertainty that devotion becomes pure. You do not rush transformation because love does not hurry what it intends to perfect. Every pause in my journey has purpose written into it. I have learned that the quiet hours of the night are not empty. They are filled with your unseen work. You are rearranging paths, softening hearts, and preparing blessings that cannot arrive until I am ready. You are weaving together people, places, and timing in ways I cannot imagine. You are still the God who works in the dark, turning chaos into creation. And even now, you are shaping tomorrow with hands that never tire. Lord, I release to you the weight of every question that tries to steal my peace. Why did it happen that way? Why did it take so long? Why hasn't the answer come yet? These questions are too heavy for my human heart, but they are light in your hands. You do not owe me explanations. You offer me assurance, and that is enough. Father, I thank you that you see beyond the limits of my perspective. You know what I cannot handle yet, what I am not ready for, what would have hurt me if it came too soon. You are not withholding blessings. You are protecting timing. You are not ignoring prayers. You are maturing promises. You are not silent. You are strategic. When I cannot trace your hand, I will still trust your heart, because your love has proven itself in every chapter of my life. You rescued me when I didn't even know I needed saving. You answered prayers I never had the courage to pray. You have always been better to me than I have been to myself. Tonight, I lay down not just my worries, but my timeline. I surrender the pressure to have everything figured out. I release the illusion of control and return to the truth that you hold all things together. You hold my past with grace, my present with peace, and my future with purpose. Nothing escapes the hand that sculpted galaxies and still holds me tenderly. Lord, let this rest be a reset for my soul. Let the exhaustion of striving melt into the ease of surrender. Let my heart stop trying to fix what only you can heal. Let me wake not with worry, but with wonder. Let me remember that even while I sleep, your mercy is still at work. I know that faith is not the absence of fear, but the choice to keep believing through it. It is choosing light when shadows whisper. It is holding on when logic says to let go. It is whispering, God is good, even when I don't understand his ways. And tonight, Lord, I choose that kind of faith again. Your peace does not come from predictable outcomes. It comes from unshakable presence. It is not the calm after the storm. It is the calm within it. It is not a promise of control, but a gift of confidence in you. When my heart forgets, remind me that peace is not found in the world around me, but in the God who lives within me. You are the still point in every storm. I lift up those who feel forgotten tonight, those who are lying awake in fear, those who think you've turned away. Let your presence visit them now. Let your spirit whisper through their tears. Let them feel your love like a blanket of warmth over their weary souls. Let them know that heaven is never deaf to their cry. Let their night become the birthplace of peace. Lord, remind me that my identity is not tied to performance, success, or validation. My worth is not found in what I do, but in who you say I am. You call me chosen, beloved, redeemed, forgiven, and secure. You call me child, not mistake. And every night, that truth sings louder than any lie. You are the author of my days and the keeper of my nights. You have written promises across my destiny that cannot be erased by time or fear. Even when I try to take control, you gently guide me back to trust. You let me learn through patience what I would miss through haste. You are not slow, Lord. You are precise. Father, thank you for being near when I am numb, for listening when I have no words left, for holding me when my strength gives out, for loving me when I fall short again. You are the only constant in a world that changes too quickly. As I rest, remind me that every breath I take is an extension of grace, that the mere act of lying here in peace is a miracle in itself, that I do not need to earn your presence. I simply need to receive it. You are not waiting for me to be perfect before you draw close. You are already here, steady, tender, and faithful as always. Lord, teach me to measure life not by speed, but by surrender, not by outcomes, but by obedience, not by what I achieve, but by how deeply I learn to trust. Slow me down until my heart beats in rhythm with yours. Let your peace become the pulse that guides my every step. And as the final hours of this night unfold, I lean into your embrace without hesitation. The world outside may spin, but I will not be moved. I will sleep knowing that heaven is awake, that angels still surround, and that love still reigns. You are the first and the last, the beginning and the end, the peace that never fades. I am safe, I am known, and I am yours forever. Lord, I come before you tonight with a heart full of quiet gratitude, not the kind that shouts from rooftops, but the kind that whispers through tears and gentle smiles. Gratitude for the unseen mercies, for the small graces that carried me through another day. Gratitude for the strength that showed up in moments I thought I had none left. Gratitude for the peace that finds me here again, wrapped in your stillness. You have been faithful in ways I did not always recognize. When I was distracted, you were still protecting. Kechu, when I was restless, you were still guiding. When I was weary, you were still watching over me with patience. Every breath I take tonight is proof that your mercy never ran out. Father, I thank you for teaching me that peace is not something I chase, it's something I surrender into. It comes when I stop striving and start trusting, It comes when I stop rehearsing the past and begin resting in your promises. It comes when I stop trying to earn what you freely give. Tonight I choose to rest in that truth completely. You are not just a distant God of history, you are the God of this very moment. You are near to the broken-hearted and tender with the tired. You meet me in my silence and translate my sighs into prayer. You turn my quiet tears into seeds of transformation. You do not need me to be strong, you only need me to be still. I feel your presence, Lord, moving softly through the room like a breath of holy wind. It settles upon my spirit, lifting the weight of worry and replacing it with warmth. The walls no longer echo with loneliness, for you are here. Every shadow fades under the glow of your peace. Every anxious thought bows to the authority of your love. I thank you for the blessing of rest, the sacred gift so many overlook. Rest is not wasted time. It is worship in motion. It is my way of saying, I trust you enough to let go. It is my confession that I do not need to hold the world together, because you already are. And in that confession, I find freedom. Lord, I ask that as I sleep, you renew every part of me that has been worn thin. Let my heart beat in harmony with heaven. Again, let my mind release what it cannot solve. Let my body absorb the stillness of your spirit, like soil soaking up gentle rain. Let every dream be touched by your peace. I surrender to you not only my burdens, but also my blessings. The things I'm afraid to lose, the people I love too much to hold lightly, the dreams I've guarded too tightly, I release them into your care, knowing that you hold all things with wisdom far greater than mine. What I give to you cannot be lost, it can only be perfected. Your word says, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Tonight I come, not as someone who has it all together, but as someone who simply longs to rest in your arms. I come with open hands, with no demands, only trust. I come believing that rest is not weakness, but worship. I come knowing that you delight in my surrender more than my striving. You are the God who restores, the God who rebuilds broken things and breathes life where there was once only dust. You turn exhaustion into renewal and confusion into clarity. You heal wounds the world cannot see and call peace into places where chaos once lived. You do not simply mend, you make new. Lord, let my sleep tonight be sacred, not shallow. Let it be deep enough to touch my spirit and gentle enough to carry peace into my dreams. Let it heal me from the inside out, erasing every trace of anxiety. Let it fill me with quiet joy that cannot be shaken when morning comes. Let my rest be an encounter, not just recovery. I thank you for the simple miracle of being alive, for lungs that breathe, eyes that see, a heart that still believes. So many things I once took for granted are gifts wrapped in everyday grace. Each inhale reminds me that you're not finished with me yet. Each exhale reminds me that I am free to release what no longer serves your plan. My life is a testimony of your patience and power. Teach me, Lord, to love myself the way you love me, with gentleness, with forgiveness, with compassion. Teach me to see myself through the lens of mercy, not memory. Teach me to rest in grace, not guilt. Teach me to find beauty in imperfection and strength in surrender. You did not create me to earn peace. You created me to receive it. You are the anchor that holds even when the tide rises higher than my faith. You are the voice that calms even when my thoughts run wild. You are the light that lingers even when shadows press close. You are the reason I can close my eyes tonight without fear. Because you are, I am safe. Let the night be a sanctuary, Lord, not of silence, but of sacred presence. Let every heartbeat echo with gratitude. Let every sigh be a song of worship. Let every moment of rest remind me that I belong to the one who never forgets his children. Let this night become holy ground, and when the dawn returns, let it find me renewed, body, mind, and spirit. Let it find me lighter, clearer, more open to your will. Let it find me ready to love, to forgive, to live from peace instead of pressure. Let it find me still covered in the residue of your presence. Let it find me remembering that I am not alone, and I never was. Tonight, Lord, I rest with no fear of tomorrow, because I know who holds it. I sleep not in weakness, but in divine confidence. I lie down in peace, for you alone make me dwell in Felik. You are my night's keeper, my morning's promise, my eternal calm. I am yours, and that is all I will ever need. Lord, as I settle deeper into the quiet of this night, I thank you for the unseen grace that surrounds me. Even when my eyes grow heavy and my mind slows, your spirit remains awake, guarding the gates of my heart. You are the one who watches when I cannot, the silent protector of my peace. Your presence lingers in this room, like a gentle promise that I am never truly alone. Every heartbeat reminds me that I am held in everlasting love. Father, I release every burden that has tried to follow me into this sacred stillness. The worries about tomorrow, the regrets of the past, the weight of things I cannot change. I give them all to you. I place them at the foot of your throne, knowing you handle what I surrender. My shoulders no longer have to carry what was meant for your hands. In exchange, I receive the peace that surpasses understanding, flowing like soft water into my soul. You are the God who collects tears and transforms them into prayers. You see every sigh as sacred and every ache as an altar. Nothing I feel is wasted in your presence. Everything becomes an offering you can redeem. You take the pain I cannot speak and turn it into strength. I cannot explain. You turn my brokenness into the soil where new blessings will bloom. Lord, tonight I thank you not only for what you've given, but also for what you've taken away. The closed doors that protected me, the endings that led me back to you, the losses that made me long for your presence more deeply. You do not subtract without purpose. You prune to prepare. You remove what limits love so that peace can take root in its fullness. Your ways, Lord, are not my ways, and that truth brings me comfort. You see beyond my horizon, designing beauty from what I once called broken. You weave meaning into moments I misunderstood. You redeem even the detours I thought were delays. You are never absent, even in the silence where my prayers seem unanswered. Father, you are restoring me piece by piece, breath by breath. You are untangling my thoughts, loosening my fears, softening my heart. You are replacing confusion with clarity and replacing striving with surrender. You are teaching me that strength is not in control, but in calm. You are reminding me that miracles are often disguised as moments of quiet. I rest in your promise tonight that you make all things new, not just in the morning, but in the middle of the night. The renewal begins now. In this breath, in this pause, in this peace, you are rewiring my mind with hope and repairing my heart with gentleness. The world may sleep, but heaven is awake, working on my behalf. What I cannot do in my strength, you complete in your grace. You are the healer of both body and soul. Where pain lingers, you pour peace. Where fear hides, you send light. Where weakness whispers, you speak strength. Where shame once lived, you build a sanctuary of love. Every wound finds its meaning when it meets your mercy. Lord, I thank you for being patient with me. You do not rush my healing, nor shame my struggle. You wait with me through every moment of doubt, never turning away. You understand my weakness better than I do, and love me through it anyway. Your compassion is a river that never runs dry. Tonight, I choose to forgive myself, others, and the past that no longer belongs to me. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it is freedom. It is the act of releasing my pain into the hands of a faithful God. It is trusting that you will handle justice better than I ever could. It is believing that peace is a higher path than resentment. You remind me that I am not defined by what has happened to me, but by who is holding me now. The labels of the past fall away under the weight of your grace. The voices of doubt fade in the sound of your truth. The scars become stories of survival, and the wounds become witnesses of your healing power. I am whole, even as I am being made whole again. Father, teach me to rest in the rhythm of your mercy. Teach me that rest is not laziness. It is obedience. It is saying, I trust you enough to stop trying to fix what you have already finished. It is recognizing that sleep is not escape but surrender. It is the moment my spirit lets go and allows heaven to take over. I thank you for the angels that surround this place even now. They guard the unseen corners, keeping away all harm. They carry my prayers into realms I cannot reach. They stand as watchmen over my soul while I lie still. They prove that I am never outnumbered when you are with me. Lord, I surrender every word left unspoken, every apology I never received, every closure I thought I needed. I release them all into your care. You are the God who completes stories in silence. You are the author who writes redemptions in hidden chapters. I trust you with what I do not understand yet. Let your spirit fill my dreams with light, not the kind that blinds, but the kind that comforts. Let them be sacred spaces where my heart is reminded of your promises. Let them wash away every residue of fear, replacing it with faith that feels tangible. Let my sleep be a sermon of stillness. Let my rest be worship. I thank you, Lord, that even when I forget to pray, you still listen. Even when I fail to praise, you still bless. Even when I drift, you still draw me back. Your grace has no expiration, and your mercy has no measure. You are constant where I am changing, and that constancy gives me peace. And as my body surrenders to rest, I am reminded of this eternal truth. You are God, and I am loved. Nothing else matters in the face of that. I do not need answers, only assurance. I do not need control, only connection. I do not need the world, only you. Lord, as the world quiets down and the night deepens around me, I find myself standing at the edge of peace. There is a holy silence that fills this hour, a whisper in the darkness that speaks of your nearness. I do not have to search far to find you. You are here in the stillness, closer than breath, gentler than the wind. My heart knows this truth, even when my mind forgets it. You are with me, and because you are here, I am safe. Father, I lay down every thought that tries to rise against the calm you're bringing to my spirit. The worries that replay, the memories that ache, the fears that linger, they all lose their power in your light. I choose to rest in faith, rather than wrestle with what-ifs. I refuse to let anxiety have authority over the peace you've already promised. Tonight, I give you permission to quiet every storm within me. You are the master of moments, the keeper of time, the healer of hearts. You turn waiting into wisdom and wounds into worship. You take what the enemy meant for harm and weave it into something beautiful. You use even my tears as seeds of transformation, watering the ground where miracles will grow. Nothing in my story is wasted when you are the author. Lord, I thank you that you are still working when I am sleeping. Your spirit moves through unseen spaces, orchestrating details beyond my reach. You send angels to stand guard at the borders of my peace. You fill my room with invisible light that no darkness can extinguish. You protect me from what I cannot see, and you bless me in ways I cannot measure. I am learning, Father, that surrender is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is recognizing that I am not designed to carry what you already hold. It is trusting that your strength is perfected in my stillness. It is resting because I believe that you never stop being faithful. Tonight, I release the need to understand and choose instead to simply trust. When I close my eyes, I do not fall into uncertainty. I fall into grace. I do not slip into nothingness. I slip into the safety of your hands. My sleep is not an escape, but an expression of faith. It is my way of saying, God, I believe you will hold what I let go, and in that letting go, peace floods my soul like light through open windows. Lord, I thank you for being gentle with my heart. You never rush my healing, and you never shame my tears. You sit with me in my questions and breathe patience into my doubt. You remind me that faith is not perfection. It is persistence. It is showing up to prayer even when my words feel small. You are the God who renews the weary, the one who restores joy to tired souls. You breathe fresh wind into lungs that have sighed too long. You lift the heads of those bowed by burdens unseen. You remind the forgotten that they are still chosen. You bring light to eyes that have grown accustomed to the dark. I thank you, Father, for the peace that begins where my strength ends. You never ask me to carry more than you intend to heal. You never expect me to earn what you freely give. You are patient with my process and proud of my progress. Every step, every breath, every quiet prayer counts in your eyes. Let this night be a sanctuary for my soul. Let every sound outside remind me that creation is still singing your praise. Let the rhythm of the crickets, the hush of the wind, the still hum of the earth become a lullaby of trust. Let everything in me and around me rest in harmony with your presence. Let the peace of heaven settle deep within my heart. Lord, teach me to stop replaying what I cannot rewrite. The past is yours, redeemed by grace and released from shame. The future is yours, designed with purpose and guided by promise. The present is yours, blessed by the very breath I'm taking now. So I will rest right here, in this holy moment of now. You are restoring more than just my strength tonight. You are healing my confidence, renewing my hope, and rebuilding my joy. You are teaching me to see rest, not as an end, but as a new beginning. You are proving that stillness is not stagnation, it is preparation. You are aligning everything to unfold in divine timing. Even the silence feels sacred, because you dwell in it. The night no longer feels empty, it feels alive with your peace. The shadows no longer feel threatening, they feel like reminders of your covering. The darkness no longer feels lonely, it feels like the space where miracles are born. In your presence, even the quiet hums with purpose. Lord, I ask you to cover every person I love under the same canopy of peace that covers me. Let your angels watch over their homes, their hearts and their sleep. Let their dreams be filled with comfort and reassurance. Let their burdens dissolve into your care. Let their souls awaken tomorrow, refreshed and renewed in you. I thank you for the blessing of another day behind me and the promise of a new one ahead. I thank you for lessons learned, strength gained, and grace received. I thank you for every unseen protection and every answered prayer that never reached my lips. You are better than I deserve and closer than I can comprehend. Gratitude becomes the song that rocks me to rest. And now, Lord, I surrender this night to you, completely. I close my eyes not in fear, but in faith. I rest not in uncertainty, but in assurance. I sleep not because I am weary, but because I am loved, and in that love I find everything I will ever need. Lord, as I drift deeper into this night, I thank you for being the calm beneath every storm and the stillness behind every breath. You have walked with me through valleys I could not see my way out of, and yet here I am, proof that grace has carried me. You have surrounded me with mercy, even when I doubted your nearness. You have kept me from falling when my strength failed and lifted me when my spirit broke. Every heartbeat tonight is a quiet hymn of gratitude to you. You are the reason I can rest without fear. You are the reason my soul can breathe freely, unburdened and unafraid. When I close my eyes, I do so in complete trust, knowing that you never sleep nor slumber. You stand guard over me like a loving father, vigilant through the quiet hours. Nothing can approach me without passing through your presence first. Father, I lay before you all that I cannot fix, every relationship I tried to heal, every prayer I tried to control, every outcome I tried to force. I release them to you now. I cannot be both the shepherd and the sheep. I cannot rest while trying to carry what you've already promised to bear. Tonight, I trade my worry for worship and my striving for surrender. You are the architect of every moment, even the ones that feel broken. You are designing something holy from the pieces I've scattered. You are using delays to protect me and detours to prepare me. You see the ending I cannot, and you call it good. So I choose to believe that even now, you are aligning everything in love. Lord, remind me that I am not behind, I am becoming. I am not lost, I am being led. I am not forgotten, I am being refined. I am not alone, I am being embraced. Your process is perfect, even when it feels painful. The night may be long, but your promises are longer. They stretch across eternity, untouched by time, unchanged by circumstance. You spoke them before I was born, and you will fulfill them in the fullness of your wisdom. What you begin, you complete. What you bless, no one can curse. Father, I thank you for your patience with me. For every moment I've doubted you, and yet you never turned away. For every time I lost faith and you waited for me with open arms. For every tear you've counted and every sigh you've understood. You love me too deeply to let me go. You are the peace that enters the room before I even finish my prayer. You are the comfort that covers me when fear tries to creep in. You are the whisper that says, "It's okay, I've got this." You are the light that finds me in every dark thought. You are the stillness that quiets every restless corner of my mind. Lord, I ask you to wash over my thoughts with divine tranquility. Let no nightmare disturb my peace. Let no memory of pain rise to the surface. Let my sleep be sweet, my dreams be pure, and my spirit be guarded by your angels. Let this night be a sacred meeting between heaven and my heart. Teach me, Father, to stop fearing what has already been redeemed. Teach me to stop worrying about what you've already worked out. Teach me to stop rehearsing pain that you've already healed. Teach me to live from grace, not guilt, from faith, not fear. Let my rest be the loudest testimony of my trust in you. You are the same God who whispered peace to the storm, and I know you can whisper it to my heart. The waves of worry must obey you. The winds of anxiety must bow before your command. My emotions find balance in your word, and my thoughts find shelter in your promises. You are my peace, and peace has no rival. Father, I thank you for the angels you've assigned to my life. They walk with me by day and surround me by night. They guard my home, my loved ones, and my purpose. They protect me from dangers unseen and carry the weight of my prayers into heaven. They remind me that I am never unguarded. Tonight, I choose not to dwell on what went wrong, but on what went right. I choose not to replay my worries, but to replay your faithfulness. I choose not to magnify my weakness, but to magnify your strength. You have never failed me, and you never will. My story is still unfolding, and every chapter has your fingerprints upon it. Let your spirit fill this room with quiet power. Let every breath I take feel lighter than the last. Let every thought settle like soft rain over calm waters. Let your peace flow through me like a sacred river, cleansing, healing, and restoring. Let this atmosphere be holy, because you are here. Lord, I lift up those who feel forgotten tonight, the lonely, the anxious, the ones who cry softly so no one will hear. Reach them where they are, the way you always reach me. Let your comfort find them like light breaking through the clouds. Let them feel seen, known, and loved. Let their night turn into a testimony of your peace. Father, I thank you for being the author of rest. You designed the night not as punishment, but as promise, a promise that you are working even when we are still. You refresh the weary and restore the broken. You give peace that needs no explanation and healing that requires no permission. You are the calm that carries me from dusk to dawn. As I surrender this night once more, I feel your presence settle over me like soft light. The world outside fades into silence, and all that remains is you. You are the beginning and the ending of my every breath. You are the peace that guards, the love that holds, the grace that renews, and in that grace, Lord, I rest completely. Amen.